We continue to follow breaking news out of Iran at this hour, and today we're getting some brand new perspective on just how hard Iran is clamping down on journalists in the country since the post-election protests began a week ago. Earlier this morning, we got word from the BBC that its correspondent was expelled from Iran and given just 24 hours to get out of the country. Now the AP reports Iranian authorities have arrested 23 journalists and bloggers over this last week. For some perspective on all this, I'm joined live by Raghida Dergham, senior diplomatic correspondent for the London-based Al Hayat, also an MSNBC analyst. Good morning again.
Good morning to you.
Let's talk about this. All these journalists being put out of the country or arrested, 23 people just even putting things up on blogs. What kind of crackdown do you think is underway, and is it going to get worse?
Oh, of course it's going to get worse, because this is a behavior of someone who's just really can't handle the situation, and it's the events are going ahead of what the government wants to control. So I think that will be ongoing, and I think this is a sign of the weakness of the regime, not the strength of the regime in Tehran.
Okay, and is it understandable at this point that we have yet to get information about protests in Tehran today? And do you think that is true, that it's relatively quiet there, or do you think it's just a matter of time before all the information gets into us?
I think it's a matter of time, because it's a new way of putting out information, and because the new way is being fought by the government. So I think, I don't think it's over. I think it's going to be a while, and I think the events will unfold further, hopefully not with much bloodshed, but I fear it may be.
Do you think that will extend, having a ripple effect in the Middle East?
Of course, listen, the whole Middle East is watching this incredibly closely, not only because of what's happening inside of Iran, but as far as what impact would it make in the whole region. Remember, Mr. Ahmadinejad, the president of Iran, had wanted to confiscate the Palestinian issue in order to cry, you know, we are the champions of this Palestinian cause, and therefore, you know, we'll fight the enemy being the United States, the enemy being Israel. And they may need, you know, Mr. Ahmadinejad and maybe even Ayatollah Khamenei, they may need an outside event so that they can change the subject about what's going on inside, and so that they can control the streets and say now it's a matter of a national security issue. So one would have to be quite watchful about what they're going to do.
Okay.
And therefore one has to be very wise in making sure that get that issue resolved, and also make sure that the Israelis do not come in strongly on this issue.
Raghida Dergham, many thanks for that.
Thank you.
And everyone, that's a very quick round.